Hello. Okay, so welcome to your reading. I have a pick a card reading for you today, and the question is, how does my lover feel about me? So we have group number 1, which is opalite. We have group number 2, which is the green aragonite. Don't quote me on that. And then we have group number 3, which is selenite. So go ahead and take a second to look at the piles, decide which one is for you. You know, I put the crystals on there to maybe help narrow it down. Yeah, and I suggest that if it helps you to pause the video and take a second, and when you pick, go ahead and look in the description because I will have the timestamps in there. So thanks, see you in a second. Hello everyone who picked pile number 1, which is the opalite. Let's get into your reading. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands clarified by the Chariot. So right off the bat, I feel like this is a very serious relationship, and for some of you, you may be married. I can also see where this relationship moved pretty quickly with this Chariot card here. Doesn't have to mean that it's bad, because in the second row we have the Three of Coins and the Two of Cups. Three of Coins would be like the Three of Pentacles, which makes me think that it is a successful relationship and a fulfilling relationship. Look at how in love and stable that Two of Cups card looks. Can you really get a good look at it? Maybe not. So I do think that it's like a stable relationship. I think that it's a serious and committed relationship. Now, this is a general reading, so this may not resonate for everybody, and that's okay. And then in this last row, we have the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands. Now this, so for some of you, you may be dealing with a fire sign that's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and that could be Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And for some of you, that may not be the case, and that's okay. But I could take this two different ways. So the first way that I could take this is that this person is very, not immature in a bad way, but very childlike, which, I mean, some women really like that in men when they're, you know, fun and goofy and everything is very new and passionate with them, you know, kind of like how little kids are when they find like interest and they're very excited about it, and it's like a whole new thing. That's kind of how I feel about this Page of Wands energy. So with that being said, I could see where in this committed relationship that you guys have a lot of adventure. You guys do, you know, quite a bit of new and exciting things all the time, and it's a feeling that you've never felt before, and that's for both of you. You make them feel something that's very passionate and wonderful. But I could also see where perhaps this person could be a little like unfaithful. You know, that 3 can be a third party situation, and the Page of Wands is like an immature, passionate energy. So this could be somebody who is, you know, they're messengers, and this could be someone who's oftentimes giving out love and passion too freely to other people. I could see that because in the next couple cards that we have, which are just kind of like clarifying cards, they don't go with the 6 that I have like together, if that makes sense. We have the 8 of Discs, which the clarifying word on this is prudence. So, you know, prudence is like not being so, oh gosh, what's the word? Like the opposite of prudence would be like promiscuousness, maybe, or like degenerate type of behavior, etc. And I could see where maybe your person is a little bit too friendly, because that Page of Wands energy is just really passionate and kind of immature, and it could be a good thing, but it also could be a bad thing. And that card, this card specifically, makes me wonder, it's not going to focus, makes me wonder if that is something that you deal with. And for some of you it may not be. This could be, I mean, legitimately like the best relationship of your life. However, I also have this Two of Swords, and so these are interesting because when they're upside down it's just the Two of Swords, but when it's right side up it's, and you can't see that, but it's the Hanged Man. So, but even still, the Two of Swords is kind of about making a decision, and the Hanged Man is about like kind of being in limbo. And I could see where like maybe some of you have questions about whether or not this person is really committed to you, and are afraid to get the answer because it may not be the answer that you want. Because we also have this, which is your advice from Spirit, from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Not really done a good job of explaining what all the decks I'm using are, but this one says, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution and expression. Yeah, I mean, I could see where maybe you need to express how you're feeling, or express the questions that you have about this connection, and haven't really done that yet for whatever reason. I mean, I can't tell you why, but I'm sure there's some fear around it. It looks like it's a really good connection. So this could be, I don't want to say that I think this person is unfaithful, because I feel like a lot of these cards are really positive, but perhaps maybe too friendly. And I could see you want to know where that friendliness ends and how deep it goes. I can see that. And with this Prudence card, I also could see where maybe like, you know, we all have different levels of what's okay. So for some people it's okay for their boyfriends to like a girl's picture, and for other people it's not okay. And so maybe that call for prudence is more like some of the friendliness that he seems to show is like not okay with you. And you know, we all have different love languages, so maybe you should try communicating that, because I can see from these cards this is about how he feels about you. And I do feel as though this person loves you. I don't feel like that's, you know, they're obviously committed to you and it's a serious relationship. But I can also see where they value their freedom and their like ability to surround themselves with people. And that may be something that you're not a fan of. So it just seems like maybe you guys need to have a conversation, especially with this card, like that potentially you just need to start the conversation. Because the Hanged Man, like, suspends himself in time, you know, to kind of avoid like the issues at hand. You know what I mean? He takes some time to like reflect and think, you know, and kind of put off the issues that are in front of him. That's not to say he'll never get to them, but like he just takes his time getting to them. And yeah, I think that maybe you just need to have a discussion about this, or make your feelings clear. Obviously, like with this card, it does make me think that you need to take maybe a little bit of time to think about what you want to say. But with this share your voice card, I think that it's really important that you talk about this, because it looks like this is a really beautiful relationship and connection. I'm not saying that this person is a cheater. The threes in tarot do make me a little nervous, but That's not what I'm saying. I think that maybe they're just a little bit too friendly, and that's something that does not align with your values. That's really all I have for you today. It's a short reading. This is my first time doing this, so I'll probably get more in depth as I go along. And I'll certainly at some point start doing extended videos over on Vimeo. But for today, this is it. So I hope that you like it. Yeah, I think I did good. Hopefully I did. I can always get better. So if you have any advice, let me know. But thank you so much for watching group number 1. I had a really good time reading your cards for you. Have a good day. Okay, so we'll get into group number 2, which was the, and I know I'm not saying this right, but blue aragonite, yeah, I don't know, it's a blue crystal, it's beautiful. Okay, let's get into your reading. Hold on. Just getting set up for you. Okay. So I can see that in this relationship that there was definitely some type of turmoil. For sure. Because right in the center of it we have the Hanged Man. No, I'm sorry. Wrong thing. Right. Well, that does make me think that there was some turmoil. But also we have the Six of Swords. My apologies. Which the Six of Swords is about, like, healing. So, and I think this is about your person. This is definitely about your person in the sense that this is what are they feeling. But I think it's them that's been doing the healing. But I don't think it has to do with you. I think that maybe in the past there were some negative behaviors that they displayed or like partook in, and that may have nothing to do with you. That just may have everything to do with them. And yeah, because so right here we have the Judgment and the Four of Pentacles. Sorry. The Four of Pentacles can be about like indulgence and hoarding. And then we have the Judgment. So I could see where like perhaps within the last couple of months they've had a realization about things that they were doing that don't align with like their own success and stability, because the Four of Pentacles is also about stability. We have the Hanged Man and the Nine of Cups. So the Hanged Man, right, and I had just talked about this in the last reading. The Hanged Man, like, suspends themselves upside down. To look at things from a different perspective, but the also thing is, like, the other part of the symbolism for that card is they suspend themselves in time to kind of pause what's going on around them. And with this Hanged Man energy, I feel like that perhaps they've held themselves back from reaching like their dreams, like having their dreams fulfilled, because that's what the Nine of Cups is about. And at the top of this reading we have the Judgment card, so you know, I feel like they're probably just realizing this. We have Temperance and the Six of Swords. So Temperance is all about balance, and the Six of Swords is about healing. So like I said, I feel like they may have had some unbalanced behaviors in the past, but they're trying to heal from that and correct it. So as far as how they feel about you, to be honest with you, from the way that these cards are coming, now I'm not saying that I don't think that they care about you, because I'm sure that they do. But I think that from the way that these cards have laid out to me, that they have more important things going on in their life than just you. Like, I feel as though they have some type of self-battle that they're dealing with that's caused them to kind of suspend this relationship and focus on getting some balance and healing in their life. I don't think you're in contact with this person at all. But I don't think that's forever. Because this whole Hanged Man and the 9... Is that a 9? Yeah, that's a 9. This whole Hanged Man and 9 of Cups situation here makes me think that they purposefully put a pause on the relationship with you because they felt as though some of these negative behaviors were getting in the way of their dreams being fulfilled. And I don't think they wanted it to be a situation where they lost you completely, so better to lose you for a couple months or a year or so and fix their issues as opposed to losing you forever. So, to clarify that, we have this little card, the 3 of Discs, which is like the 3 of Pentacles, and it says work. So, yeah, definitely I feel like this person's getting some work done right now, but as well, I feel like you could probably do some work too. We all can grow and change, so it definitely would give you something to focus on besides them. And oftentimes when we take our focus away from something, that's really when it comes to us. So, I like that. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is why I said that I don't think that this person is taking their focus away from you forever. Because the 10 of Pentacles is about like stability and richness. And that can be in wealth and in relationships, etc. It's like a grounded energy. And I feel like that this person's really trying to work on themselves and get themselves together before they venture into this, wish being fulfilled. And that you want it that way. I mean, you don't want somebody that's broken to be with you anyway. You want someone that has their stuff together and can really offer you something that's, stable and grounded and good for everyone involved. So, the next is your advice from Spirit. And this is from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. I love these. This says, Starseed. It's not going to focus, but Starseed, what lights you up? The way I said that. What lights you up? Sounds like a commercial. Yeah, what lights you up? So, funny that I say that because I had said in this, you could probably do some work on yourself as well. But yeah, I mean, what lights you up? What type of passions do you have? Do you have passions that fulfill you besides this person? Because, like I said, when you have things to focus on other than connections and whatnot, it seems like that's when these connections really start to come in, is when we're focusing on other stuff. So maybe now is the time for you to try to find your own passions and your own stability and your own happiness and things that you can feel good about, because this person, it seems like, has some things going on inside of them that they need to work on. That's not to say that I don't think they think about you, and I don't think that they don't feel about you. See, here's the thing, is that these right here, these are all major arcana cards, okay? And they were the first 3 cards. We've got Judgment, we've got the Hanged Man, Temperance. These are all the first 3 cards in your reading, okay? And with what I find is that when it's a lot of like major arcana cards, it's usually something that's kind of faded, like something that's supposed to be happening. So these changes that this person's going through, the self-work that they're doing, it needs to happen. You have to let it happen. Allow them to have their time to work on themselves, because if you get to the point where you can have this 10 of Pentacles with them, and it may not be with them, it may be with someone else, but if it is with them, you're only going to get there when you're your best self. They are their best selves. And for right now, a good thing that you can do is just focus on what lights you up, what makes you happy. It's everything that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope that you enjoyed it. I was saying to group number 1, this is the first time that I've done this on YouTube, so it's going to be rough for a minute. We'll get it. If you have advice, you can go ahead and give it to me. I absolutely love constructive criticism. What I do want to say is, if this didn't resonate with you, it's fine. Just go in peace and know that these messages weren't for you. It is a general reading. It's not personal. I have no idea who's viewing this. I have no idea how to get personal with people that I can't see or speak to. So it may not resonate for everyone. And that's okay. So yeah, constructive criticism I'll take, but comments like, that was terrible, that doesn't make any sense, there's no need for it. Just go find a video that will work for you, because there is one out there. And thank you so much. So now it is group number 3's turn. So we have the selenite crystal, which I feel like you probably can't really see on camera, but it's so pretty in the light. Like, it's hard to describe, like, but it just is. Oh, you can kind of see it. It's gorgeous in the lights. It's a very interesting crystal. Okay, let's get on to your reading. Okay, so right at the top we have the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Cups. I feel as though this person in the past may have self-sabotaged this relationship. We have the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. Like, I can just see where maybe it felt so good, it felt so right, things were going good, they seemed stable, and perhaps this person has had a past that causes them to not trust those types of feelings. Because, so like here we have the Ace of Swords is like an awakening, and then we have the 10 of Cups, you know, and the 10 of Cups is all about like fulfillment and completion. I mean, the 10 of Cups, that's all the cups, you know what I mean? That's all of them together. And it is the completion of that suit, minus, you know, the page, knight, whatever. And I feel like this person had a realization that they kind of sabotaged this, and you were their 10 of Cups. You were their completion and their wish fulfilled and what they've been looking for. Because we have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, which is really beautiful. The Knight of Cups is, you know, the Knight of Cups is swooping in to, you know, deliver you this message of love, because, you know, the pages are messengers. So I'm bad at this. It's my first time doing it. Leave me alone. But I do feel like this person wants to offer you love for sure. I mean, the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups clarifying each other. Like, I really don't know what else that could be. Like, that is just what that is. But I feel like this person has realized that perhaps in the past they weren't like very fair to the relationship or to themselves. I don't know why I get the feeling that they have probably self-sabotaged quite a few relationships, but I do, you know. I also could see where, like, because the 10 of Swords is about like not even just heartbreak, but it's about being like, it's like a dog that's been kicked too many times. Well, no, because that's supposed to be a dog that like fights back, but I mean, like, it's like someone who's like hopeless because they've been put down so much. And like in this picture, which I don't know how well you can see it, but it has, you know, a person that's obviously like been shot a bunch. You can see the blood in the water, which is a little gruesome. But I feel like that they probably did sabotage this relationship because of the pain that they've experienced in other relationships. I could see where they were hopeless and didn't feel like they could like have this like stability. Definitely. Okay, so these next little clarifying cards, we have the Nine of Cups, and it's got the word bliss on it, which I think is, yeah, like I said, I really feel like this person is going to come towards you. Like, I feel like they're going to come and try to rectify this situation, and whatever, like, went wrong. And I don't feel like it was, like, a huge, awful breakup. I just feel like it was probably something that you didn't expect, but they were probably very respectful about it. I don't get any, there's nothing off of these cards that makes me feel like it was super, like, gut-wrenchingly awful, but I do feel like it was a major disappointment for you. So then we have the Four of Wands, which is a really good card. The Four of Wands, well, it's the Four of Clubs, but clubs are wands. The Four of Wands is about, you know, community, like committed relationships, passionate committed relationships. You know, it's also, it can be the twin flame card. That's not how I would take it in this deck, because I mean, I think that what makes the Rider Waite Four of Wands, the twin flame card, is the fact that it has like the 1111 in like the picture, and this has like hats in it. So if you want to take it that way, you can. I don't think that I would. But it does seem as though, like, it seems like you should expect that this is going to become better. If you're worried this connection is over with, I would tell you that I don't think it is over with. This person has feelings for you, and they're realizing where they messed up and where they've held themselves back from having their, you know, fulfillment and getting the things that they desire. So then we have advice from Spirit from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and it says, it's got a picture. It's kind of cool. And it says, Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? So I wonder if maybe, you know, you who is watching this, if you haven't been giving yourself the best amount of self-care, which sometimes when we are hurt over situations and over people, we can do that. If that's the case, I think this is really calling for you to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and make sure that you're giving love to yourself, and that I'm thinking of like the Empress card, you know, because sometimes the Empress in reverse can mean that you need to give yourself some more self-love and self-care. And so I'm really getting those types of vibes from this. So think about that this week. You know, how can you take care of yourself, and how can you mother yourself, and how can you keep yourself, you know, well taken care of and happy and satisfied and etc. Because, I mean, yeah, I mean, we all do it. Like, we all forget to take care of ourselves every once in a while. So, sorry, don't mind that. It's my friend's phone. On that note, that is all for your reading today, group number 3. This is the first time that I've ever done this, so if it's unprofessional, I apologize. And as I've said, in every single reading that I have done, groups 1 through, you know, now we're to 3. If you have any advice on how I should be doing this, or what would make it better, or what types of questions you want me to ask, go ahead and let me know, and I can definitely get to that. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. I hope you liked your reading. Bye.